Hello, idiots. I mean, people, and today we are going to be talking about the flat earth conspiracy. This theory is absolutely amazing because, you see, the main evidence for this theory is that you can't see the curvature of the earth. And that makes perfect sense because if it was flat, with a dome over it, an ice wall, a moon, and a sun inside that dome, well then that just fits completely perfectly because you can't see the curvature because there's nothing there. You know, and like it says that the sun is a spotlight, but if it was a spotlight, then is there a shell around the sun? Is that how it works? How do people from over here not see the sun just with a telescope? Because that doesn't make sense. And what about this ice wall over here? How big is it? And why would we need an ice wall if we have a dome? And why do we need both? Well, the only way I can see gravity working on this, because it's not round, so it wouldn't have its own gravity. I mean, it would have its gravity, but then it would collapse. So, it either is accelerating upwards at the same rate of gravity, or it's in the atmosphere of a larger Earth, which is absolutely ridiculous. Like, they also say that the sun is really small. Is what? We can see with telescopes that that's not the case. We can see everything with that. And I think that this theory explains all of it. Because the stars rotating different ways in hemispheres, that's just projection onto the dome. It all makes sense. So, overall, I think this theory is a good 8 out of 10 stars. It's definitely plausible. I mean, this ice wall, make sure that the water doesn't fall off the edge, and that's why people don't fall off the edge of the flat earth, because they can't get there. The ice wall is guarded by all the penguins. And only a few people, like scientists, are guarding the ice wall so that people don't go over. So yeah, makes sense. All the weather and stuff is inside this dome. And some people even believe that there's massive oceans over the dome, which would maybe say that whatever person or being created the universe would be in that dome, or over that dome, or whatever. But that doesn't make any sense, because is outside of this dome, like, non-existent? Like, is there nothing outside the dome? What about all the other planets? Are they flat? Because these things, they don't say they're flat. How come everything else is not flat, but the Earth apparently is? That doesn't make sense. Okay? That's like saying, you just got, like, a bag of Cheetos, right? And all the Cheetos have cheese on them. But there's one Cheeto that's just, like, drenched in goo or something. That's a horrible analogy, but you get what I'm saying. It doesn't make sense that one of them does not have the laws of gravity, but all the other ones do. How does that work? Explain that, flat earthers, down in the comments. I wanna see how that works. Okay. Like, what curvature are you expecting to see? Okay, if you saw the horizon curve, then it would stop beneath your feet, and if you look the other way, it wouldn't be there. There would be no horizon, because you would just be on, like, a tiny, really tiny circle. That's what it would be. And if you're trying to see the curvature that goes away from you, well, that's what you're seeing. That's why you can't see very far. And also because your eyes are horrible and adapted for water, but we'll talk about that later. So, anyways, yeah. This is the Flat Earth Conspiracy, and it's really good. I think that it is very plausible conspiracy, you know? Just a good old flat earth. None of that round, like, complicatedness, you know? So, conspiracy crab, I still can't find that word. I guess it was like salutations or something. I don't know, but goodbye.